That is Salaam versus Johannesburg, which is better? You must have heard of Mount Kilimanjaro, the tallest mountain in Africa. Dar es Salaam is the largest city and financial hub of Tanzania, home to the tallest African mountain, Kilimanjaro. It is also the capital of Dar es Salaam region. Dar es Salaam is equally the largest city in East Africa and the seventh largest in Africa. Located on the Swahili coast, it is an important economic center and is one of the fastest growing cities in the world. Johannesburg, on the other hand, is the largest and most populous city in South Africa, with nearly 3.9 million people in 2007. It is the provincial capital of Gauteng, the wealthiest province in South Africa, having the largest economy of any metropolitan region in the sub-Saharan Africa. Johannesburg is the source of a large-scale gold and diamond trade due to its location on the mineral-rich Witwatersrand range of hills. Don't we just love to see how African cities are sprawling every day and making the continent so proud? These are two great cities in Africa, and would love for nothing less than to put these two African giants to a duel. Based on geography, infrastructure, road network, tourism, and cost of living, we will place these two cities on the scales and see which weighs more. It's Dar es Salaam versus Johannesburg. Showdown time. Geography. Dar es Salaam is located on a natural harbor on the coast of East Africa with sandy beaches in some areas. It is Tanzania's most prominent city for arts, fashion, media, film, television, and finance, what have you. It is the capital of the co-extensive Dar es Salaam region, one of Tanzania's 31 administrative regions. Dar es Salaam region is divided into 5 administrative districts, 4 of which are governed by municipal councils that are affiliated with the city's suburbs or wards. The city experiences tropical climate conditions, typified by hot and humid weather throughout much of the year due to its proximity to the equator and the warm Indian Ocean. It has a tropical wet and dry climate. Johannesburg is located in the Eastern Plateau area of South Africa, known as the High Veld, at an elevation of 1,753 meters. The former Central Business District is located on the south side of the prominent ridge called the Witwatersrand. The Witwatersrand marks the watershed between the Limpopo and Vaal rivers, and the terrain falls to the north and south. The north and west of the city has undulating hills, while the eastern parts are flatter. The city enjoys a dry, sunny climate, with the exception of occasional late afternoon downpours in the summer months of October to April. Temperatures are usually fairly mild due to the city's high altitude, with the average maximum daytime temperature in January of 26 degrees Celsius, dropping to an average maximum of around 16 degrees Celsius in June. Winter is the sunniest time of the year, with cool days and cold nights. The temperature occasionally drops to below freezing at night, causing frost. Snow is rare. Mean annual precipitation is 28 inches. Both cities have wonderful geographic features that meet human living conditions, so it's quite hard to conclude on which city takes this round, but in my opinion, I will give this round to Dar es Salaam. Infrastructure and road network. Dar es Salaam is Tanzania's most important city for both business and government. The city contains high concentrations of trade and other services and manufacturing compared to other parts of the country, which has about 65% of its population in rural areas. Downtown includes small businesses, many of which are run by traders and proprietors whose families originate in the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent, the areas of the world with which the settlements of the Tanzanian coast have had long-standing trading relationships. Although Dar es Salaam is undergoing major construction and development, the city has major infrastructure challenges, including an outdated transport system and occasional power rationing. Public minibus and taxis are the most common forms of transport in Dar es Salaam and are often found at the major bus terminals of Makumbusho, Ubongo, and other areas of the city. Dar es Salaam Central Business District is the largest in Tanzania and comprises the Kisutu, Kikuvuni, Upanga, and Karioko areas. Johannesburg is the most powerful commercial center on the African continent. Johannesburg generates 16% of South Africa's GDP and employs 12% of the national workforce. It has a financial, municipal, roads, and telecommunications infrastructure that matches leading first world cities, yet the cost of living is far lower. Johannesburg hosts every form of commercial activity from financial services to heavy industries and mining. There's hardly a major international company doing serious business in sub-Saharan Africa that has not looked to Johannesburg as the gateway to the continent. The older suburbs are sited in rolling hills and have tree-lined streets, nature reserves, hiking trails and parks. It has been said that there is more trees in Johannesburg than in any other city in the world, making it the world's largest artificial jungle. There are about 1.2 million trees on Johannesburg streets, verges alone. City environmental policy has for years forbidden buildings on hills, providing some 4,500 hectares worth of open veldt in the form of copies inside the city. The mine dumps artificial hills of golden sand left over from the mining process also makes for an unusual geographic feature on the southern flanks of the city. This stands out as one of the major landmarks of Johannesburg. Built at Crown Mines, the city has been designed to give the feel of what Johannesburg was like at the turn of the last century. You will find a number of fully furnished mining houses, museum exhibits, a hotel with staff attired in yesterday gear, as well as quaint streets with penny whistlers. The biggest attractions here are the 220 meters deep historic underground shaft, which held the world shaft sinking record in 1916 and was one of the richest gold mines in the world. Comparing Johannesburg to Dar es Salaam in terms of infrastructure is quite biased because Johannesburg is far advanced, and hence this round goes to Johannesburg. Tourism. There are museums in and around Johannesburg, including the SA National Museum of Military History near the Johannesburg Zoo, the James Hall Museum of Transport in La Rochelle, SA National Railway and Street Museum, Ben Suzan Museum of Photography, Bernard Price Institute Paleontology Museum, Bamberg Fashion Museum, and so many others. Restaurants, pubs, metro cinemas, entertainment areas, and the golf course line the waterfront, making it one of the best sites to visit in Johannesburg. Over 40 retail stores cater to every need, ranging from casual to chic. There are lots of water sports like scuba diving and water skiing, which visitors can partake in or just watch. The Randburg waterfront is also famous for some of the most spectacular displays of liquid fireworks, musical fountains, and magic shows. The Johannesburg Zoo is a living classroom. For those interested in nocturnal wildlife, the park authorities offer a 3-hour tour, which includes a short talk and slideshow on the adaptations of night animals, a fun moonlight ride on the zoo ferry, and short walks to visit the animals. Dar es Salaam on its own is popularly known for its beaches, islands, seafood, and music. The city is brimming with a variety of activities for every type of tourist. It already has a leverage over many other cities in Africa for its landmarks, natural wonders, flora and fauna. As Tanzania's commercial capital, the city offers superior accommodation, schools and job opportunities, as well as a sense of community. Living in Dar es Salaam is also made more comfortable by international food, family-friendly activities, and widely spoken English. The National Museum of House of Culture of Tanzania are located in Dar es Salaam. This museum takes you on a journey through Tanzania's colorful past. Originally opened in 1940 as a memorial to King George V, the museum displays important fossils of some of the earliest human ancestors on Earth during the Lekki digs at Olduvai Gorge. The buildings in Dar es Salaam still reflects the Arab, African, and Indian cultures. You can walk down its historic streets, colonial-era mansions, and stop for some shopping or exotic shops, squares and bazaars. Dar es Salaam is not a bad place to visit at all. This is not quite an easy round to decide who comes out on top, but it is still accurate and safe to say Johannesburg has an upper hand for very obvious reasons. Cost of living. Compared to Johannesburg, Dar es Salaam has a fairly lower cost of living. A family of 4 would have an estimated monthly cost of $1,593 without rent. A single person's estimated monthly cost would amount to $464 without rent. In general, living in Dar es Salaam is 67.7% less expensive than living in New York. A single person's estimated monthly cost in Johannesburg would amount to $606 without including rent, while a family of 4 would spend as much as $2,107 per month with rent exclusive. Johannesburg is actually 57.6% less expensive than New York, meaning it's more costly to live in Johannesburg than in Dar es Salaam. However, Johannesburg is comparably lower in cost compared to many export destinations in the world. The 2021 Mecca Cost of Living Survey ranked Dar es Salaam 167th and Johannesburg at 184th out of 290 cities worldwide. Obviously, from statistics, Johannesburg is more expensive to live in than Dar es Salaam. Concluding on a comparison, it is safe to say Johannesburg clearly wins, but I must say Dar es Salaam put up a good fight. In the end, it's up to you to decide which is your cup of tea on your next vacation. Thanks for watching this video till the very end. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, and don't forget to share it with a friend. Come on, go on and get your 10 years of good luck. You deserve it.